Welcome to the realm of astrology. This is your daily horoscope for June 4th, 2021, which is a Friday. But before we begin, I want to let you know that I do daily video horoscopes, weekly video horoscopes, monthly video horoscopes, and monthly sun sign, rising sign video horoscopes. You can watch them all on my channel on YouTube or on my website called www.realmofastrology.com. Now, before we begin, do hit the subscribe button. All right, so today, the first important thing happens at about 7 a.m. Pacific time. The moon is going to begin its sextile to the north node, a 60-degree angle, and it is also going to trine the south node, 120-degree angle. And this, to me, in the sign of Aries, which is all about our soul, our consciousness, our identity, is about moving more towards the future and leaving the past behind in a very easy way. There's going to be no stress, there's going to be no push required for us to move to the future and leave the past behind. It's going to happen very organically and very naturally. And that begins at about 7 a.m. And then soon after this, at about noon, I believe, the moon is going to conjunct Chiron. So yeah, it's about 11 a.m. Pacific time, and the moon and Chiron have met up. Now, the moon is our emotional body, and Chiron is our deepest wound. It's also how we heal. So perhaps keeping in context the sextile at 7 a.m., sextile to the north node and trine to the south node, perhaps this is a point where we receive some sort of healing. I don't think it's going to be bittersweet. I think it's going to be healing. Usually with Chiron, even the healing is bittersweet, but I don't think at this point it's bittersweet. I just think we are so far removed from the past and we are moving so fast into the future that the healing will come automatically and it's not going to feel bittersweet. And this is also making a semi-sextile to Uranus right here. And in this healing can come out of nowhere. It can be quite sudden, it can be quite unexpected. So that's about 11 a.m. Pacific time. Now moving on, this is not the easiest part of the day, but I have to mention it. So what's happening is that Mercury retrograde today is going to square Neptune. Now, Neptune is the planet of spirituality. It is the planet that connects us with the higher realm. However, Neptune is also delusions, it is also depression, it is also deception. And Mercury is our mind. However, Mercury is retrograde, meaning we can feel some sort of confusion. Mentally, we may not be 100% as we are when Mercury is direct. And when Mercury is retrograde, things from the past also do come up. However, when Mercury is retrograde squaring Neptune, the confusion element of Neptune can be magnified. The deception connected to Neptune can be magnified. And this energy is not the easiest. However, it will pass. So if you are feeling confused about things, if you're feeling depressed about things, just know it's this energy and it will pass because Neptune's going to move back and get off the square. So let's see actually when Neptune gets off the square. Okay, give me a moment. I want to tell you guys this because I think it'll be helpful. So yeah, so the square comes exact at about tomorrow noon. It's going to start building from today into tomorrow, and tomorrow afternoon it's going to start easing off. Why is that? Because you can see Neptune here is at 2305 and Mercury here is at 2305. Soon after 12:20 p.m. Pacific time, it's going to get off the square. It's done, the peak has happened. Now it's a decline in the energy. So from today into tomorrow noon, it's a build-up of that energy, which can be confusing, which can cause us to not see things clearly, which can cause us to not feel very great. It can also cause us to be more sensitive to things. However, tomorrow afternoon it will ease off. And I know it's not nice to hear that the energy may be depressing or confusing and all those things. However, I do believe it is my job to give you the truth, and this is the truth. Now, coming back to positive things, let me move the chart back to June 4th, 2 p.m. Okay. The moon here is going to sextile Saturn. This is right after it has sextile the North Node, then it conjuncted Chiron, and while it was conjunct with Chiron, it semi-sextiled Uranus, and now it is sextiling Saturn. Saturn is defining our emotions. Saturn is helping us take hard decisions when it comes to emotions. And I believe this will come quite easily to us because these planets are in a sextile. So it's not a stressful Saturn-Moon contact. No, it's a aspect that Saturn will facilitate us emotionally. If there's something that we need to let go of, Saturn will make that happen. If there's something we need to decide on, Saturn will help make that decision for us. If there's something we need to define for ourselves, whether it's a relationship or something, anything connected to our emotions, Saturn will help do that. So that's great. That happens at 2 p.m. And the moon, moving on, will make another positive aspect. It is going to sextile the sun. And this is a positive feeling connected to identity. And since the moon is in Aries, which is the home for the sun, this is more magnified. This energy is more magnified. And that's the feeling. So before I sum up the day for you guys, I also want to mention that Mars here is going to go to 26 degrees very soon, and it has been building its opposition to Pluto 180-degree angle. And this can be a very frustrating energy. This can be a very intense energy. On the other hand, it is an energy that can help us heal, transform, revitalize our courage, our drive, our willpower, how we take action, all those things. So it really depends what it is for you, but it is a very potent energy. You'll be feeling it by now. Either it'll come out as frustration and anger and irritation because Mars is all those things. Or on the other hand, it could be a healing because Pluto is also healing to our identity. To our drive, to our courage, to our willpower, to all these things. Yeah, and now I'm going to sum up the day for you because I think this day is positive. Yes, it's positive, but the only challenging aspect today, which is quite intense, is the Mercury-Neptune square. Okay, this can feel difficult, I'll be very honest. However, at the same time, the moon is only making very positive aspects, mostly making very positive aspects today. So this can feel like a bit of both. This can feel like good things, this can feel like positive things, but at the same time, there may be some, why am I confused about this? Okay, I don't feel very comfortable. I feel a little low, that kind of energy. So it's that sort of day that you can't really categorize as positive or challenging. I would say it's a bit of both. And the energy will start to ease off tomorrow by noon. So just wait for it to do so. And I'll give you a brief background on what's been happening in the astrology for the past year or so, just 2-3 minutes. And if you've seen this before, just skip to the card reading because I'll do that as well for the day. So the first thing that I'd like to talk about is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Saturn and Pluto conjuncted in the sign of Capricorn at 22 degrees in Jan of 2020. And these two planets conjunct very rarely, once in 33 to 38 years. So when they conjuncted in Jan, they ended a cycle that began in 1982 and started a new one. And this new cycle changed our material reality completely. Why? Because these two planets conjuncted in the sign of Capricorn, which they haven't since the 1500s. And Capricorn is the very fabric of our reality. So when they meet up in Capricorn, they change the very fabric of our reality. And that happened in Jan of 2020. The second thing is that Saturn and Jupiter met up in December of 2020. This is called the Great Conjunction, and this happens once in 20 years. And astrologers typically use this conjunction to define what the next 20 years will be like, what the era of the next 20 years will be like. And this happened in December of 2020, which meant we started a new cycle for all of us, and ended an old one that began in about 2000. The third thing is the most important event of 2021, which is the Saturn Uranus square. This energy is building in the month of June. The square will come exact on June 14th. We'll talk about that. And the square will come exact 3 times this year. And we will feel this energy all year. And we will feel it next year as well. So that's important because, day-to-day things are changing. Yes, we have positive moments. Yes, we have stressful moments. But this is the background. This is the very foundation of the whole year. This is the energy that defines the whole year. And this is Saturn square Uranus, which means we have to get rid of old things, old thought patterns, old structures, and embrace the new. And it's also about finding and becoming your authentic self. And the last thing I'll mention are the nodes. The North Node is in Gemini and the South Node is in Sagittarius. They were in the same placement between 2001 and 2003. And what the nodes are karmic. So whatever you were going through back then, some themes, some situations, some events, you might be dealing with similar themes, or you might be closing those themes out that began in 2001, 2003, or you might be, taking them one step forward. It really depends what it is for you. But I just thought I'd tell you guys that. And that's all the background I'm going to give. And now I'm going to pick a card for today. So give me a moment. That has fallen on the floor. So I'm going to go with another one today. A lot of cards falling out today. Okay, we'll go with these 3 today. 3 cards for today. The first is regeneration. Second is new life. And the third is blessed. All very positive cards. And I believe that we are feeling this energy. As I said, the Mars-Pluto opposition could be a regeneration of sorts, Pluto. It could be a healing of sorts. It could be a transformation of sorts. It could be a healing of sorts. And this card to me signifies that we are healing something. We are regenerating something. And I believe 2 to 3 days ago, we again had a card. I think it was mending. So there's a lot of focus on healing and regenerating. Second card is blessed. And this I also think ties into the energy that we have been going through. Yesterday was a day of blessings. Jupiter and Venus trined, Saturn and the Sun trined, the Moon and Mars trined, so many trines. We truly did feel blessed at that point. And I think although today we might feel a little stressed, we are blessed because yesterday we did receive a blessing, and the blessings don't go away like that, And the third is new life. And I think this ties into the moon sextiling the North Node and trining the South Node, as I had said that we are moving towards the future and we are letting go of the past, and this card to me confirms it. And I had said that it would feel easy, and I believe it will. It's a new life that we have stepped into. And now it's coming alive. I don't know if you've seen my monthly sun sign horoscopes, but June 24th is the full moon in Capricorn. And that's when I believe that Saturn-Pluto conjunction that I mentioned in the background, the change that happened for all of us, you can know what that is for you depending on your sun sign, rising sign, and watch the monthly horoscope video. But that change that happened in Jan of 2020 will fully come alive now, which is a new life. So I would say, despite the Neptune Mercury retrograde square, and due to the moon making so many positive aspects the cards say the day will be positive, that we are blessed, we have a new life in front of us that we are moving towards with ease, and we are healing and regenerating in the process. So I was not certain about the Neptune square Mercury retrograde, but I do believe the cards are saying that it's nothing to worry about. And if it is for you, if it is bothering you in some way, if you're not feeling great, then just wait till noon tomorrow, it'll pass. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.